Hey guys, Scott Reib here. Thanks for clicking to learn more about my upcoming webinar, How to Get More Business Without Losing Your Shirt in the Process. Want to keep your shirt. So let me jump in and give you a quick preview. In this webinar, you will learn how to create more business and how to protect your hard-earned assets. Almost all the service professionals that I work with want to make more money. In fact, my mentor Zig Ziglar often said that money isn't the most important thing in life. It's just really close to oxygen. I've had money and I've not had money, and I think I'd prefer to have some money. I think you'd agree. So the first thing we'll do in the webinar is give you some strategies that you can implement to make more money, bring in more business. We'll then show you some systems for building your authority platform and your magnetic marketing message. Once you have your marketing moves down, well, now you have to protect your business. Now here's the thing, the more successful you are, the bigger target you become. So you have to put these things in place to help protect what you're trying to grow. This is where many service professionals fall off the horse. They're earning a great living, they have a good business, but it's all exposed. For example, many of you have a bad habit of not using written contracts. You're saying, Scott, what's the big deal? Oral contracts are enforceable. Well, you're right, they are. But is that really where you want to be? Because the only way you can enforce an oral contract is to be believed over the other person. It's what you say against what they say. Hey, I believe you, but you'd need 12 people at a jury to believe you, and they might or they might not. The other downside to that is that maybe there's some parts of the agreement that you didn't get into your oral agreement. Like, one of the most important things that I always put in a written agreement is that it needs to have a litigation clause. And the litigation clause needs to say that the winner in a breach of contract suit gets their attorney's fees paid. That's huge, right? Because if you litigate on an oral contract, you're very unlikely to get your fees paid. If you don't get your attorney's fees paid back, did you really win? Not in my book. So, as a service professional, you need to have a simple, clear, and concise agreement that's in writing and that is enforceable. That will save your business. So that's step one. The other thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you have a legal entity. I've been very surprised to see how many service professionals are running as a sole proprietorship. A sole proprietorship leaves everything you have exposed, right? It's as if you don't have a business. It's just you running out of your garage, even if you've got an office. Okay? So here's what you have to do. You have to either get an LLC, a corporation, there's some other entities, but those are the main two. You have to get those. Those form a fence around your business so that if you're out, maybe doing a speaking event, maybe you're doing a sales call or a consulting gig, and here's what happens. You're in a car accident, or someone that works for you is in a car accident, and someone's hurt really bad, right? Millions of dollars of medical bills can rack up very quickly. If you don't have a corporation around you, an LLC around you, then they sue you personally and they come home and they take your stuff. No one wants to explain to their friends and family why they're losing their stuff, okay? And we don't want our businesses sued either, but we prefer to have our businesses sued over us personally. So you want to get a corporation or an LLC, the fence or shield around you. It's not hard to do, it's not hard to run, but it's one of those critical steps that a service professional just has to take. If you don't, you can lose everything that you've built. So take care of that, right? And then the other thing is, I see a lot of service professionals build a really cool brand, right? They've done all the marketing, they've got graphic designers that have done this great logo, they're doing a great job of promoting it, but they don't protect it. Well, Scott, how do you protect a brand? Well, you do a trademark. You register that thing with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. And by doing that, it gives you priority in the geography. What do I mean? In the US, across the country, if you have a trademark, you have priority to that brand name or that logo. Only you can use it. If someone else uses it, then you can stop them and you can sue them for damages. Here's the downside. If you don't have that protection, if you haven't registered it, you might could stop them from using it, using what we call common law trademark, but you can't get your damages and you can't get your attorney's fees. Again, I don't think that's a win. So take the step of protecting your brand. You don't want someone else building their business on your brand. So this is an example of the things that we'll cover in the webinar, how to get more business without losing your shirt. So to join us, click below and register for the webinar. Again, I'm Scott Reib, America's Legal Coach, and I'll see you there.